Good afternoon. It's a tongue twister. And three hats. Once upon a barren moor, there dwelt a bear, also a boar. The bear could not bear the boar. The boar thought the bear a bore. At last, the bear could bear no more of that boar that bored him with a boar. And so, one morn he bored that boar. That boar will bore the bear no more. Once upon a barren moor, there dwelt a bear, also a boar. That the bear could not bear the boar thought the bear a bore. At last the bear could bear no more of that boar that bored him on the moor. And so the morn he bored the boar, that boar will bore that bear no more. And lastly, once upon a barren moor, there dwelt a bear, also a boar. The bear could not bear the boar thought the bear a bore. At last the bear could bear no more of that boar that bored him on the moor. And so one morn he bored that boar will bore the bear no more. DANITA Blackwell.
A tutor who tooted a flute tried to tutor two tutors to toot. Said the toot to their tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors to toot? A tutor who tooted a flute tried to tutor two tutors to toot. Said the toot to their tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors to toot? A tutor who tooted a flute tried to tutor two tutors to toot. Said the toot to their tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors to toot?
Imagine an imaginary menagerie managing. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager imagining managing an imaginary menagerie. Imagine an imaginary manager managing. Imagine an imaginary manager man. Imagine an imaginary. Imagine an imaginary. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager imagining managing an imaginary menagerie.
You need no light tonight, a night light, on a night like tonight. For a night lights a slight light, and tonight's a night that's light. When a night's light like tonight's light, it's really not quite right. To light night lights with their slight lights on a light night tonight. You don't need a light night light on a light night tonight, for a night lights a slight night light. And tonight's a night that's light. When a night's night like tonight's light, it is really not quite right. To light night lights with their slight lights on a light night like tonight. You need not to light a night light on a not light night tonight, for a night lights a slight light, and tonight's a nights that's a light. When a night lights tonight's light? When a night lights night tonight? Is it really not quite right? Tonight lights with their slight lights on a light night tonight.
She stood on a balcony, inexplicably mimicking him, hiccuping and amicably welcoming him in. She stood on a balcony, inexplicably mimicking him, hiccuping and amicably welcoming him in. She stood on a balcony, inexplicably mimicking him, hiccuping and amicably welcoming him in.
Okay, there was a minimum of cinnamon in the aluminum pan. There was a minimum of cinnamon in the aluminum pan. There was a minimum of cinnamon in the aluminum pan. Perfect. There you go.
Chop shops, stock chops. Chop shops, stock chops. Chop shops, stock chops.
Yay!
Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup.
A tree toad loved a she toad who lived up in a tree. He was a two-toed tree toad, but a three-toed toad was she. The two-toed tree toad tried to win the three-toed she toad's heart, for the two-toed tree toad loved the ground that the three-toed tree toad trod. But the two-toed tree toad tried in vain, he couldn't please her whim. From her three-toed bower, with her three-toed power, the she-toad vetoed him.
One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they all felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they all felt smart. I didn't fall into the trap.
Yay!
DANITA Blackwell.
Good job.
Didn't mess up.
Perfect. There you go.
Tonight.
Did I get it?
I didn't fall into the trap.